Hello and welcome to the weather update. Sorry it's late, just everything going on today. We did have a pretty nice day today. A little hot out there, but the sky was pretty nice, and I wish I could have enjoyed more of it. But due to various circumstances, just I spent a little bit of time with some pines this afternoon, but it wasn't really up to a full hike. I guess maybe because of the heat or whatever. But it was a beautiful day nonetheless. And you can see the sky this morning was fairly clear. And the humidity got lower as the day went on. You can see we did have some cumulus buildup coming through our area. When that cumulus buildup came through, it actually did drop. That was a sign of drier air coming in, cooler, drier air, and that actually dropped the humidity a little more as we headed into the afternoon. Looking at the satellite loop here, you'll see there was a little cirrus streaming. You can see a little wisp of what looks like smoke actually there. This is what the sky looked like in the afternoon. It was pretty. We had some scattered cirrus clouds, some cumulus around, and then the sunset. You could see a little bit of that. I wonder if there was a little smoke around today or whatever, because you could see a little bit of that there in the sunset. Maybe some wildfire smoke that we were dealing with. Maybe that's why I was a little winded today. But anyway, you can see. Look at all these excessive heat. Pacific Northwest dealing with a lot of excessive heat. We will talk about that tomorrow. But we're just going to be focusing on our area tonight. As well. And you can see temperatures have dropped. 75. I'm pretty sure it's probably not that cool in the alley. It's probably like 80. I think I checked last time it was 80. But see 71 there in Carl Place. Islip 72. I can look at the alley for a minute. Yeah, it's 80 degrees in the alley. All right. So you can see it's holding on to the heat, of course. 72 at Islip, dew point 63. So dew points are come back up a little bit. So I'll show you what it was like the day at Islip today, and you'll see in the morning. Start off in the morning, you can see it actually started off this morning quite humid. Dew points around 70 degrees actually, and the things didn't start drying out until we got later in the morning. Then the dew points started dropping through the 60s, and then we finally started seeing some 50-degree dew points after 11 o'clock or so. And that's when the air started really feeling better once we got into that drier air. But it's still heated up. We still got into the upper 80s today. Looks like a high of 88 there at Islip. So pretty warm. It's above average for sure. We'll look at the normals for a moment. Let's go look at... No, that'll be it. I'll just use Islip. I don't want to spend too much time here. So let's go look at our highs. So you can see temperatures generally in the low 70s. Starting to see that radiational cooling. West Hampton down to 63. So we will with the dry air and relatively clear skies tonight and light winds. Warmer in New Jersey at this hour, 75 being reported at Bayville, but some areas of the Pine Barrens there down to 69. We'll see how hot it got today there too as well. So let's go look at our high temperatures today. And you can see, upper 80s to around 90. Actually hit 90 at Shirley. So yeah, it's a little hot for a hike. You know, I just don't deal with the heat very well. If it was mid 80s, it would be pushing it, but I could do it. But near 90, which is we were around. It was not that cool of a day, but the humidity was lower, and that especially came down more toward the afternoon. We start off quite humid, and you can see there 91 in Toms River as well. 91 for a high there as well. So pretty hot all over today. Although, like I said, it was hot, but the humidity was low, so it wasn't a brutal day at all. It's just hot. For those who just don't do well in the heat like me, it's just a little too warm for us. 75 with a dew point of 61 at Farmingdale. I'll go over one more observation here. And you can see, again, those dew points came down later on in the day. See, they were high in the morning, and then they came down as we got toward the 10 o'clock hour. Those dew points did wind up coming down. But so did the temperatures. They went up to upper 80s to around 90. Even while I was there, it was around 88 degrees. Yes, I did go for a little walk in the pines. It was a little one, though, because it was kind of hot out there. Let's see what it was like in Toms River. 75 at the dew point of 61. So let's see how their humidity was. If they actually, they got into the dry air too. I see some 50-degree dew points there. But, it was not that cool today. But, a nice summer day. Just, again, if you don't do well in the hot weather like me, it's not so good, So let's go to the climatology for the day. Local past weather. And look about this. So Islip. Observed 88. Normal high is supposed to be 83, so we're a good 5 degrees above normal today. So that's a pretty decent departure above normal. This July has been just pretty hot, and we're going to be close to wrapping up the month, and it's going to be very interesting to see how those climate statistics rank. I think we're going to be one of the hottest, definitely, probably one of the top 5 hottest Julys. I'll be surprised if we're not. I'll be very surprised if we're not. So there was a weak sea breeze. We're going to go to the underground and just show you that. There's a weak one just along the south shore this evening. And if we go look at, let's go look at Massapequa here, right on the water here. You might be able to see it. It was just in the evening. All right, there it is, right there. Look at that. Very evident. There it is. So you see the temperature's around 88 degrees at 6 o'clock, and then it drops off. That's the sea breeze right there. You'll see how the dew point also comes up. That's your sea breeze right there. Shows up really nicely. Again, if you can't see that, we'll move it over. But that really does show up very nicely, the sea breeze. So let's go and look at the models now. We got that all out of the way, and we're just going to go look at the HRRR. Just take us through tomorrow. So let's, obviously, I'm not even going to go look at the precipitation. You'll see. We're dry tomorrow. Though it looks like it is trying to move a couple of showers in later on tomorrow night, perhaps after 10 o'clock. And then overnight, we could be dealing with some rain into Monday to start off August. So let's go look at the dew points now, and you'll see dew points will remain comfortable. Tomorrow, we start off with comfortable dew points, and then the humidity rises as we get toward the evening. But I think much of the day, we should have manageable, low to moderate levels of humidity. Nothing terrible. But then once the overnight comes, that's when you'll see that humidity come up along with that rain chance. All right. Temperatures. All right. Tomorrow, I think with that sea breeze, it should be a little cooler on Long Island. So it should be a little bit cooler. Maybe instead of 88, it'll be like 86. So a couple degrees cooler. Jersey, you're probably still going to be dealing with 90s for tomorrow. Probably dealing with over 90 in Jersey. So let's go to the skies, and look at the skies here. And you'll see tomorrow, it'll start off clear, but then we're going to have these high clouds come in. Originally it looked like, well, maybe we'd get half the day in without these high clouds, but the RGM seems to have now sped this up. And this is, by the way, the 0Z model of the RGM. So probably not that nice sky we had today. We probably won't have it tomorrow. I would be surprised if we do, which is a shame. Yeah, we're going to probably be dealing with more of those high clouds tomorrow. And that probably filter the sunshine a little more, which could help also result in some cooler temperatures, especially toward the afternoon when they thicken up and the sun gets dimmer, as you see there. That is the RGM right there. And then after that, we're kind of just stuck in the clouds for Monday. And I really don't want to go any beyond that. Let's go look at the NAM as well, showing some of the things. So tomorrow, we start off with sun. With high clouds quickly increasing toward the afternoon. You'll see some more high clouds there increasing pretty quickly. And maybe the early morning will be clear, but I doubt it. And, the high clouds, originally, like I said, it looked like they weren't going to roll in so fast. But this is also the 0Z run of the model as well. Let's lastly look at the FV3, which we may or may not have the 0Z run, and we do. And it shows the same thing. Clear overnight, but those high clouds quickly roll. And that's just because the jet stream, this front just barely passed through. That's why we never really got into the really nice. If you were upstate, if you were up in northern New England or upstate, you probably would have had a cooler day. And tomorrow, most of your day, if you're upstate, well, probably more like New England. If you're in northern New England, New Hampshire, you could probably have a clear day up until the afternoon before those high clouds roll in. We'll see, though. It actually shows a little bit of a break in the high clouds in the afternoon. So we'll have to see. Maybe there'll be a break. Maybe this is overdone. We'll see. It won't be a bad day tomorrow. It'll be a nice day. Just won't have that, maybe not that deep blue sky that we had today, which is a shame. Wish I could have taken more advantage of it, but just given everything going on in my life, I just couldn't, especially when we don't have trains running. It's very stressful to deal with. But a very nice day, and we'll talk more tomorrow night about what August is going to bring us. But you all have a good night. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the weather tomorrow. It's still going to be a nice day. All right, just maybe a little more clouds in the afternoon, but it's nice to have the lower humidity, and we're definitely going to have that lower humidity tomorrow, and maybe with more of a sea breeze. Even though that'll bring in a little increase in humidity, tomorrow should be a little cooler than today. But again, a lot of people like the warm, hot weather. I'm just somebody who just can't take it. I haven't been able to take it my whole life, but I still tried to get out there for a little bit, enjoy it, and then I did. So you'll see that video coming up later tonight. Thank you for watching.